Hi, Alex from Stoic Conditioning. Today we're going to be going through a lot more long-form content answers to some common questions that we get on our Instagram channels and Facebook and our other social media platforms. So that only allows us to kind of go into surface level detail. So we thought we'd start doing some of these videos so that we can delve deep into the ins and outs of each one of your questions. So our first question we've got through is, why do we as a company use rep ranges and reps in reserve or an RPE kind of effort level rather than percentages, which a lot of other programs use? And that really comes back to why that percentage base or that percentage method really started. And that's down to kind of your Olympic cycle, so a 4-year Olympiad cycle, training somebody and being able to be more in control of that person's training than we are as coaches in terms of the community that we serve. So that percentage base is easy when all the variables within that person's week to week and day to day life are controlled. But as you guys are aware, we serve an audience where none of that can be taken for granted. A lot of the research that's coming out about kind of rep ranges, reps in reserve, and using an RPE scale rather than specific percentages, especially for our demographic, is actually showing a lot more beneficial progression and kind of enhancement of their performance over a long period of time, rather than trying to shove them down this, you need to be hitting these percentages this week and you need to improve by 2.5% this week. And then people having the mental block of training, especially if they go away for a week and then they come back and they try and slot straight back into that training, and it's telling them to hit 3 reps at 92% and they've got nothing in the tank because they've been away for a week. They haven't had that consistency of training, and now they're feeling bad that they haven't hit that. They might feel a little bit negative about their training. So we wanted to avoid all of that with our training and really bring it back to the autonomous side of, we are trying to teach you guys how to regulate yourself, regulate your own training, and have that more interoceptive look to yourself. So, if you are following a training block and then you have to go away for a week or 2 weeks, and then you come back and you're a little bit down-regulated in terms of your nervous system, maybe you're sleep deprived, maybe you haven't had consistent nutrition while you've been away, well, that's all gonna take a toll on what we would see in the gym. So it's much better to be aware of that rather than chasing these percentages and chasing these numbers, because at the end of the day, once you get to a certain level of strength, all of this percentage-based stuff, again, is based on an Olympiad training cycle or a powerlifting training cycle where you might be trying to peak for an event. And that's another thing that our audience is never really doing. Yes, we might be trying to get you ready for a course, but realistically, that course is going to be a number of days, if not weeks, if not months. Therefore, peaking you for one specific event is not what we're going to be doing with your training. So we use a rep range and our reps in reserve mentality. So every rep range that we give you that's over 6 reps, you want to be having a 2 rep in reserve. So can I hit 6 to 8 reps and still be able to maybe get 2 more reps? Now, as that goes along, in some of our other training programs, we might dial it down into the very low rep ranges, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 2 to 5 rep ranges. And that's where we want to have maybe a 2 rep in reserve or a 1 rep in reserve. But we don't want to be taking anything to failure. And that's another point to get across as well. There's absolutely no reason for you to take resistance training efforts to failure. It's not really beneficial for powerlifters and Olympic lifters. It's definitely not beneficial for our audience. So you want to be staying within that 2 reps in reserve mentality, and our rep ranges will help guide you week to week. So, as you're warming up and the rep range is 6 to 8, during the warm up, that's when you're getting to grips with, how does my nervous system feel? How do my joints feel? What's my sleep been like over the last 5 to 7 days? Am I prepared to really push it in this session, or should I just back off? Use this week as a sweep week and just go into the next week and then start to push the numbers up there. So hopefully that answers all of that question for you. If you want to learn more about what we do at Stoic Conditioning, you can either go to our Instagram or Facebook channel or go to our website, stoicconditioning.com. If you wanted to jump on our app, we have a 7-day free trial, which you can access in the link below in our YouTube bio. From everyone in the team behind Stoic Conditioning, wherever you are in the world, stay safe, and we'll catch you on the next one.